Meet Cassia, Mally, Oliver, Michael and Rihanna.
Hiya!
5 pampered kids with all the clothes, gadgets and toys they could ever dream of.
A girl can never have too many clothes.
My mum is wrapped around my finger.
I'm Stacey Dooley and I'm bringing these 5 kids to experience some of the extremes of life here in Brazil. Can they work in the factories and farms of South America?
This is what our burgers are. That's our burger right there.
And live in real workers' homes? This here is your toilet.
Are you joking?
There's a burger in there.
With strict bosses watching their every move.
You need to be faster. You're holding up the production line.
Don't leave things messed up like this.
Or will it all get too much?
I just think it's horrible.
Today has been the worst.
Today, we moved from Teresina to Natal on Brazil's northeast coast to start work at a huge prawn farm. Can they handle the job?
Oh dear!
Stay out of trouble?
You cannot do that. Sorry, and look on the floor.
And what will happen when Ollie and Michael stage a rebellion?
The boys wanted to have a quick chat with you.
Nanny is not the right boss for the prawn factory.
It's 8 a.m. in Natal, and just like the locals, our kids are on their way to work.
Look at that man with the bike.
Our 5 have no idea where they're going, but they're about to find out. Right now, we're en route on a river ferry to a prawn factory.
Oh. I'm scared of all seafood.
I love prawns.
I'm not sure about the smell.
Us Brits eat around 85,000 tonnes of prawns a year. Most of us have no idea where they come from. First up, we are meeting prawn farm boss, Nanny.
Do you guys like prawns? Do you eat prawns? Do you know where they come from?
The sea.
I thought they came from the sea, but obviously not.
The Caminor prawn farm is one of the biggest in the region. They produce 2,000 tonnes of prawns every year, which are reared in industrial-sized ponds and then processed in a large factory. The work is repetitive and relentless. But every prawn is worth money and they must be treated with care.
Prawn's out now.
So first, the boss wants to see if the kids can handle a live prawn.
Hey gang, so they're still wiggling around. Be careful. Do you want to touch them?
Just need to be a little bit careful because they can hurt you. Hold them like this.
Oh, you've got 2 there. Try and keep hold of it.
I'm gonna put it back.
So far, so good. But how will Mally get on?
Straight in there. Oh dear. It's probably dead now.
Well done, Mally.
Mally! You just killed a prawn!
It's a shaky start for Mally, and she hasn't even got inside the factory yet.
I do feel kind of bad about killing one of the prawns.
Mally murdered a prawn.
5 years ago, Brazil's prawn industry was almost wiped out by a devastating virus. So now there is a strict set of hygiene rules which every worker must follow. Which means no jewellery,
Thank you.
no makeup and no nail varnish.
It's absolutely rubbish having to take it off. I wear nail varnish every day.
Followed by a freezing cold shower.
This is absolutely freezing.
The boys are ready,
I think we look stunning.
but there's been a hold-up back with the girls.
Rihanna? Is your mascara off? Rihanna, you know it's not off. Do you want me to help you? Just take it off.
Rihanna's makeup won't budge.
Take it off.
Because I put waterproof mascara on.
Because you were trying to get one over on them. It's just made your job harder.
Rihanna's attitude hasn't impressed the boss. She will need to work hard to get back in her good books. It's time for their first shift in the factory and the chance to earn a promotion.
Okay, guys, this is your first task. So here, they take the heads off.
The job is a simple but messy one, pulling the heads off raw prawns.
How many heads do they chop off an hour, roughly, you workers?
So the average workers, they can take 2,250 heads per hour.
That's 1 prawn every 2 seconds.
Okay, there's one big rule. You cannot talk while you're doing this at all, because you don't want to contaminate the prawns.
That's going to be well hard.
Are you all willing to give it a go? Yeah.
The shift begins and everyone is getting stuck in.
Be careful not to take this off.
I don't think I'll give up. I'm determined to do it.
But it's not long before one of the team loses interest.
At first I thought it was a prawn factory. I was like, yeah, we're going to be doing something fun. And then we're decapitating prawns. I'm really bored.
And soon Rihanna is breaking all the factory rules, playing with the product, constantly nattering,
So is that your second?
I thought you guys weren't talking.
and back-chatting to the boss.
Because they do it really.
You really cannot talk when you're doing this.
Don't talk away from it like that. She told me to be quiet. Because she thinks I'm spitting all over her food.
Back home in Yorkshire, 14-year-old Rihanna is a bit of a shopaholic.
Looking nice is very important to me. I spend on clothes roughly about £80 a week. A girl can never have too many clothes.
I don't add up what she cost me. Too much.
And when it comes to helping around the house, she doesn't lift a finger.
I think it's okay for my parents to do housework, because that's what mums are for, isn't it? She had me, so she can clean up after it.
It's a selective deafness that she uses often to get out of doing anything around the house.
If my mum ever asked me to do the dishes, I'd be like, no, you do it.
But Mum Michelle is hoping Brazil will be a bit of a wake-up call.
It would be nice for her to see that not everybody has the life that she has.
It's really nice because I get a good tan and I sunbathe.
Back at the factory, there is no sunbathing, and Rihanna isn't the only one struggling.
Some of them are doing a really bad job. That's not what you want to eat.
And these are Oliver's and Michael's, Ollie and Michael's.
Yeah.
I think Michael and Ollie in particular are not taking the entire head off, which means a lot of these are just damaged. They're completely unusable and she can't send them off to Europe.
But the boys have no idea how badly they are doing.
See all like the brains and stuff come out, so it's quite fun. I love it.
I am the prawn king.
And Rihanna's behaviour is going from bad to worse.
Just love it.
And when other workers start to notice, the boss steps in.
I saw you throwing the prawn her.
No. Sorry.
You cannot do that.
Sorry.
And look on the floor. So no chatting, hey?
But I'm bored.
Rihanna may be bored, but I didn't bring her here to have fun.
But it's important that you take this seriously because for these people next to you, this is their job, this is their life. They do this day in, day out.
It's their job and stuff. Like, I aren't dissing it or anything. It's just not my cup of tea.
If she really was to work here and she behaved in that way, how would you react?
No, she wouldn't be able to work here. Not with this behaviour.
My legs are hurting.
Okay, Rihanna, but if you keep going the way you're going, behaving this way, we must take you off this test.
Me off.
Okay, Rihanna, I think that really is your last warning, so be careful.
The whole group keep their heads down until the end of the shift.
Okay, guys, finish up now.
Has anyone done enough to earn a promotion?
So, Cassia.
I think you did the most prawns. You're promoted.
Thank you. And Mally?
Mali was good. You're promoted.
The boys are up next and are hoping for their first promotion.
Michael?
Michael wasn't very good. Sorry, Michael. You're demoted.
Ollie?
In the beginning, it was very bad. In the end, it was bad. I'm sorry, Oliver. You're demoted.
So it's gone from very bad to bad. Rihanna?
We couldn't have your attitude here.
I shouldn't have thrown prawns.
I mean, you have to see them as your food, something you are going to eat. Sorry, Rihanna, you're demoted.
Only Cassia and Mally have been promoted, and not everyone is happy about the result.
I was a bit annoyed when I found out that I wasn't promoted because I think I tried like my hardest and I thought I did really, really well, but obviously not.
Just came out and said, "You're demoted. You were very bad to bad." I thought I was very bad to okay.
It's the end of day one at the factory. The kids are staying the night at a local village, and the boys have headed back to check it out.
House number 2.
This is
Home sweet home.
Woohoo!
This is our lounge, I think.
You think?
The accommodation is very basic, but typical of a worker in the fish industry.
And we've got a toilet. An actual toilet.
The boys are in good spirits, but are still to explore the last few dark corners. The boys are laughing now, but today's demotion hasn't been forgotten.
I thought it was actually quite good when we actually started beheading the prawns until Nanny got involved. Well, I think tomorrow morning I'm going to have a chat with Nanny.
We're going to confront her.
And we're going to tell her how we feel and she will promote us.
Yeah, she'll say it.
Okay, this is us. Just up the road, the girls are visiting Al Desir, a supervisor at the prawn factory. He earns £11 a day and his wages have to feed his family of 5.
Hello. I know you've worked at the factory, haven't you, for a very long time?
12 years.
Since you're working, who looks after the little child?
Rachel.
Eldest daughter Rachel is 17 and plays a big role in the household.
She cleans the house, looks after her sister, washes the clothes. Rachel does almost everything around the house.
How does that compare to you 3 at home?
When I used to do the dishes, my mum used to have a list of things. So like a knife would be like 7p and like a pan would be maybe like 30p. So at the end I'd add it all up to make sure she's giving me the right money.
I said this is true.
Yeah.
Will you tell our girls, Rachel, why you feel it's so important to help your mother, to help your father?
I'm only giving back what they have given to me. They've already raised us and given us everything we need, like clothes and shoes. I'm just giving back everything they have done for me all their lives.
Well, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Take care.
Thank you very much. Bye.
She was shocked that we didn't do anything because she does so much for family.
I was a little bit embarrassed, but you know, that's the way we've been brought up.
Brazil are next to host the World Cup, so I've arranged for the boys to have a bit of a kickabout.
Hello, I'm Oliver.
They are meeting local lads Coan and Raphael to show off their skills. Brazil versus England. This should be interesting.
I'm amazing at football. Good, Ollie. I can do this.
That was terrible.
Coan and Raphael both come from families who work in the prawn industry, and the boys are keen to find out more about their skillful opponents.
When you're older, what job do you want to have?
I want to be a professional footballer, but if I can't, I want to be a civil engineer.
So I get pocket money every week. Do you get pocket money?
£1.50 a week.
I get £20 every week.
I get about £160 a month, which is quite a lot.
What do you do to get £20 a week?
Good question, but I really don't
no
know.
apparent reason.
For us here, it seems like you have a great life, because here in Brazil we have to work to get money, but you don't. You have everything you want very easily.
If you got the same amount of money as I get in a month, what would you spend it on?
My dream is to buy a good pair of football boots.
The dream is to get a pair of shoes. So, very different.
Very, very different.
Morning breaks in Natal. It's 7 a.m. and the village has already come to life. Last night's experience has got the girls talking.
Last night was so cute. Rachel and her family was so cute.
She does so much for her family. We do nothing.
I know.
But Ollie has woken up feeling slightly less positive.
I think Nanny is horrible. She's moody, she's bossy, she hasn't got very good leadership as a boss should have. So I am very disappointed in Nanny. And this is our letter to Nanny. We wrote it this morning. We feel strongly about this because she does not give us a chance.
The boys are clearly fired up, and before anyone goes to work, I need to get to the bottom of it.
How are we all?
Tired.
And boys, you were a bit deflated yesterday. How are you feeling about going back to the factory today?
Me and Michael are furious.
Fuming.
Nanny is not the right boss for the prawn factory. We've written a letter to her.
Ollie, we're all laughing and we're all finding it quite funny, but are you serious about this? Do you feel like you've been unfairly treated?
I think we've been very unfairly treated. And when I get to that factory, I'm going to storm in and she'll never see me like this.
Label lover Ollie from Kent wants for absolutely nothing.
I've got here my Cartier watch, my Ralph Lauren t-shirt.
I think Oliver has no perception of money in any way, shape or form.
I enjoy buying things when it's not my money.
Do I think Oliver's spoilt?
I'm the brand man.
Yes.
This 13-year-old has a talent for avoiding work.
But when my mum wants me to do some jobs, I really don't want to do them, so I hide.
Oliver, come and empty the dishwasher.
And he is a master of getting his own way.
They just keep going on and on and on until I say yes.
I don't think a lot of kids admit this, but I am, I think.
But he will always somehow get what he wants.
OK, boys, so we're back here.
Well, now Ollie wants a promotion.
Now, are you sure you want to give this letter to him? Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
But to get it, he has to challenge his boss about yesterday's decision.
The boys wanted to have a quick chat with you.
OK.
Right. Yesterday when you demoted us, we thought it was a bit unfair because once you'd said that we were doing bad, we really tried, and we don't think that you took that into consideration.
We counted the prawns and we could see the quality was really bad.
But then why did you keep on saying like they were good and then we were bad, then we were good, then we were bad?
Yeah.
It went from really bad to bad.
Well, we wrote you a letter because we felt really passionate about it.
Dear Nanny, we are writing in the concern that you made a mistake demoting us last night. We both think that you should give us a chance in the prawn factory as a promotion. Many thanks, Michael and Oliver.
Can we have another chance and be promoted, please?
Unfortunately not. You cannot have someone working in the farm that don't do a good job.
Is it usual for workers to question the boss's authority like this?
No, not at all. I didn't appreciate that. And I have one task for you now. You have to taste the prawns' heads to see the quality of the prawns. So that's what you're going to do now.
The plan has totally backfired. Instead of a promotion, the boys have earned themselves a shift in the tasting kitchen, breaking off prawns' heads and sucking out the juices to check the quality of different batches.
This is probably the worst thing I've ever been asked in my life. It's horrible.
All right, come on then, let's follow Nanny. Thank you.
Your wish come true. We went in all guns blazing, and yeah, it's gonna go according to plan.
So the boys' outrage didn't last very long. Nanny, I think, was firm but fair, but she did explain that the task that they've now been set, because they've been demoted, is even worse. Okay, boys, should we sit yourselves down?
This job is the worst job in the factory, but it's also one of the most important. If a prawn tastes sweet, the batch is good. If it is sour, the batch is bad.
Okay.
And the boys must record the results.
You happy with that? Yeah. Confident?
Yeah.
Prawn lover Ollie seems positive, but Michael is looking a bit green around the gills.
Michael, what do you reckon?
Can't do it because I can't even look at them. It's just really sickening.
Okay, guys, you have a lot of batches to try, so we can start now.
Sweet or sour?
Sweet. Sweet.
Sweet.
It's really horrible. You can just see like the vibration of the stuff going into your mouth. It's horrible. This you put me off prawns.
I'd be sick for them. It's horrible.
So the boys are still on their first batch of the taste test. Ollie's really going for it. He's pulling the craziest faces, but it looks like he's not giving up. Michael, however, still hasn't touched one.
While the boys are busy tasting, back at the village, I have got a surprise for the girls. They all seemed impressed with 17-year-old Rachel.
So, girls, come and have a look over here.
So now I'm going to give them a chance to be a bit more like her.
Hi.
These ladies sit here every single day, throughout the entire day, and wash everybody else's clothes. So I thought you could wash the boys' clothes. The boys need their pants washing.
I do not want to wash Michael's pants at all.
First, it's a quick lesson from washing expert Elena.
Out the top. You can do underpants.
Then it's down to business.
Oh, get wet.
I can't get wet. This is disgusting.
You're doing it all.
I'm going to leave the girls to it. I think this is a perfect chance for them to prove they really meant what they said last night.
The girls are definitely getting stuck in. But then it all starts to go a bit wrong.
It says 40, I assume that means wash it in 40 degrees?
The girls are struggling with labels.
Do not print iron on damp whilst damp.
And even nature is turning against them.
Oh my God. I was like, that's a scorpion! That's a scorpion, and I was just sat there. It's a praying mantis, I think. They're laughing at us. Washing is so hard. I couldn't cope with this every day, having to do this.
Over at the factory, Michael is facing his fear, and Ollie continues to tough it out.
Go, go, go.
But finally, even he loses his appetite for the job.
I won't be able to do any more batches after this.
Ollie really did give it everything he had. In the end, he just couldn't take it anymore. I think Nanny really appreciates that he put a lot of effort in. And even Michael, towards the end, got round to touching him one.
I'm very happy that you tried.
Ollie, well done.
Thank you.
Back at the river, washing expert Elena isn't looking impressed.
It's dirty.
I'm not very good at washing.
And even the youngest villagers seem to be doing a better job.
That little boy's washing his clothes and he's like 3. Like, I feel really ashamed that I can't do it and a little boy who's 3 can do it and we can't do it properly.
It's been an eye-opener for the girls.
And maybe when I get back, I will think about these ladies and maybe help my mum a bit more.
That is the first time I've ever washed my own clothes.
Oh, that one's gone over. Children over here do it to help out the parents and I want my house to be like that now.
The group have been reunited back at the factory for one final challenge.
Hey, right?
This is a special task we have for you.
So far, they have beheaded, cleaned and sucked prawns. Now they have to remove the vein. And that's the polite term.
That's the poo. Go out with a bang. This is your last job ever in the prawn factory.
It's heads down for R5. There could be a wage riding on this. It's the trickiest task yet.
I can't get it out. I don't know where you farm?
I'm pretty much struggling with everything apart from pulling the prawn's head off.
And Boss Nanny is watching their every move.
They're smiling, you know you've done well. If they're frowning, then you know that you need to redo it.
But for the first time, everyone's sticking at it.
Aha! I am talented.
You've all been working like troopers. I've been watching you. You haven't stopped.
And the whole team finishes the task on song.
We love you, prawns, we do. Oh, prawns, we love you. Woo!
I hate prawns.
It's time to find out how they have done. Will anyone have earned a wage today?
Hello. Hello. Nanny, there's so much care and attention that goes into this one prawn.
In the end, it is something that you're going to eat, so you have to be careful.
I thought it was done by more machinery than actual hand. People do it every day and I didn't realise that at all.
I think we all just assumed it would be a bit easier than that.
Yeah.
Well, as you know, Nanny and the other managers have been keeping a very close eye on you. So, Nanny, if these 5 moved to Brazil, who would you employ? Who would you give a job? Rihanna?
No. I think with her attitude, she wouldn't be able to work here.
Rihanna, you really struggled yesterday.
It was so repetitive and it was really boring for me. I do regret messing about. I should have got my act together sooner.
What about Mally?
Yes.
You would?
She would work here, yeah.
Thank you. Cassia?
Yes, she would work here.
Yeah? Move to Brazil, Cassia?
Why not?
And Nanny, what do you think of our Ollie? I think the whole letter situation was interesting. I think he came back from that. He was trying so hard at that task when he had to suck the heads off the prawns.
Yeah, he was very brave.
Would you employ Ollie?
No.
Michael?
No. I just think you should try a bit harder.
So we have got wages. Mally and Cassia. Well done, Cassia. Done. Time at your prawn factory is over.
I think maybe me and Ollie should have been a little bit nicer in our letter.
Next time on Show Me What You're Made Of, they're in the Amazon. Can they live in it?
Have people ever been swallowed by snakes here?
It happens.
At the huge gadget factory, can they work at it?
We cannot talk to each other. Just need to follow the rules.
Or will they lose it?
I am fuming.
Meet Cassia, Mally, Oliver, Michael and Rihanna. Hiya! 5 pampered kids with all the clothes, gadgets and toys they could ever dream of.
A girl can never have too many clothes.
My mum is wrapped around my finger.
I'm Stacey Dooley and I'm bringing these 5 kids to experience some of the extremes of life here in Brazil. Can they work in the factories and farms of South America?
This is what our burgers are. That's our burger right there.
And live in real workers' homes?
This here is your toilet.
Are you joking?
There's a burger in there.
With strict bosses watching their every move.
You need to be faster. You're holding up the production line.
Don't leave things messed up like this.
Or will it all get too much?
I just think it's horrible.
Today has been the worst.
Today, we moved from Teresina to Natal on Brazil's northeast coast to start work at a huge prawn farm. Can they handle the job?
Oh dear.
Stay out of trouble?
You cannot do that. Sorry, and look on the floor.
And what will happen when Ollie and Michael stage a rebellion?
The boys wanted to have a quick chat with you.
Nanny is not the right boss for the prawn factory.
It's 8 a.m. in Natal, and just like the locals, our kids are on their way to work.
Look at that man with the bike.
Our 5 have no idea where they're going, but they're about to find out.
Right now, we're en route on a river ferry to a prawn factory.
Oh. I'm scared of all seafood.
I love prawns.
I'm not sure about the smell.
Us Brits eat around 85,000 tonnes of prawns a year. Most of us have no idea where they come from. First up, we are meeting prawn farm boss, Nanny.
Do you guys like prawns? Do you eat prawns? Do you know where they come from?
The sea.
I thought they came from the sea, but obviously not.
The Caminor Prawn Farm is one of the biggest in the region. They produce 2,000 tonnes of prawns every year, which are reared in industrial-sized ponds and then processed in a large factory. The work is repetitive and relentless. But every prawn is worth money and they must be treated with care.
Prawns out now.
So first, the boss wants to see if the kids can handle a live prawn.
Hey gang, so they're still wiggling around. Be careful.